What is up, you guys? My name is Sam and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am super excited because we have officially been married for 1 year. So Zach is currently working an internship right now, so he is at work, but I still wanted to film this video today and talk to you guys a little bit about our story and being married. So we have how we started, when we started dating, when we got married, when we decided we wanted to get married, and then now to kind of our plans and where we're at today. So today is Monday, March 2nd. Our anniversary is the 2nd of March, and we just kind of picked it. It happened. It was no special date that we had in mind. I mean, it's a special date now. But before getting married, March 2nd was March 2nd. So, curled my hair a new way today, so if you see me looking at it and playing with it, I'm feeling it out. So, let me know your thoughts down below. I think it's not my favorite. I wanted more of a beachy wave kind of moment, but whatever. No worries. So, I met Zach in the 8th grade, so he was the new kid to my middle school. You know when you would get a new kid and you just would never have high expectations because you never expect the new kids to be the pretty new girl or the attractive new guy, you know. Not the case with Zach, at least for me. When he walked into my class, I believe it was a science, I definitely thought he was cute. But in middle school, I was not outgoing. I was probably, if not the most shy out of my entire class or grade, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so I didn't say a word. I remember he had a heart monitor on because he was having some palpitation issues. I don't really know at the time because like I said, I didn't talk to him. But yeah, I crushed on him hard up until the point that he had gotten a middle school girlfriend. At that point, he kind of just fell off my radar. He was taken. I wasn't gonna mess with that, you know? I interacted with him at birthday parties and gatherings, hangouts, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting so old. But yeah, I would see him around, obviously, outside of school and school, but I didn't really think much of it because he was taken. So after that, time went on. I had other boyfriends, nothing super serious. Like I said, I was shyer than shy, okay? I look back on middle school and high school and I just get so embarrassed. But it is what it is. I can't change it. All I can do is change what's ahead of me. So the next point where I rekindled my attraction for Zach was in 12th grade. He was in my AP government class, and let me tell you, I crushed so hard on this kid. He is just, if you guys know Zach, and if you don't know Zach, he is so easy to talk to, and everyone can talk to him. He does not care who you are, as long as you are coming at him with the correct and right intentions. He will talk to you and he will make you just feel so comfortable. He's just a people person, and there's no other way to put it. He is a people person. 12th grade, he was in my AP Gov class. He sat ahead of me to my right, and I sat all the way in the back of my row, and I would just sit there and look at him and be like, he's so cute. He played football, he played basketball, he's an athletic dude. He's getting recruited by colleges, and I was like, that's the one. I want to date him. And so eventually I started texting him. I was like, oh, did you do the Gov homework? Do you need the Gov homework? How'd you do on the test? Do you want to study for the test? You know, typical high school slide into the text message or DM kind of deal. So, you know, I would only talk to him really in that way. I would be like, hey, you want my homework? I finished early or whatever. Purposely doing it and sending it to him, you know, that kind of deal. So I finally mustered up the courage to ask him to hang out one time, and that's when my world came shattering down, and I found out he currently had a girlfriend that didn't go to our school, which was the reason why I never knew about her. So yeah, I wanted to crawl under a rock and never put myself out there ever again because I was literally so embarrassed. Like, this was after the point where I sat down at my lunch table with all of my friends and said, I think I like Zach, and I never like did that. Obviously, I talked about my crushes and stuff, but I was like, I like this kid. I'm even shaking the camera like, I like this kid. Sat down at lunch. I admitted to liking him, all of that. And yeah, so at that point, I found out he had a girlfriend, and I just drew back really hard. I didn't text him as much. Obviously, I'm not going to cross no lines here. Stopped sending him my homework or asking if he wanted it. But obviously,
I'm not sure I understand.
I'm not talking to you. Anyway, still would just like talk in class or whatever. I was crushing so hard on this kid, you know, like I would still go to the football games and basketball games, and I would just sit there and obviously silently be cheering for him and all of that. And now the time of prom came rolling around, and I just wanted to go with him so badly. Like, that's all I wanted. Obviously, he went with his girlfriend at the time because they had already made the plans. She bought her dress. They bought the tickets, you know, yada, yada. I ended up going with one of my lifelong friends, and I did not have a good time just because I wanted to be with Zach. Watching him with another girl dancing on the dance floor broke my heart. All I wanted to do was dance with him and be with him. So I probably ruined my lifelong best friend's prom. And then I probably ruined a lot of my friends, like, after party, because all I did was pout the entire night. Looking back now, I should have just let go and have fun because it wasn't that big of a deal. It's easy to say that now because he is mine. But yeah, immature high school girl right here. Yep, that was me. So this is my public apology to anyone who was victim of my pouting. So sorry, guys. After prom, he ended up breaking up with his girlfriend at the time, and we started to talk again. And at this point, we started talking a lot, and then we started to hang out and started to go out on dates. So of course, I mean, I was all for it. I was so nervous because I never had a serious relationship. You know, that whole deal, but I was like, I'm finally talking to the kid that I actually want to talk to, you know? Like, I went through middle school and then high school of the guys that I liked being taken by other girls, or I even got broke up with for another girl in middle school, and that just shattered me. But, you know, middle school, I grew from that experience. I don't really care now, obviously, but I finally got the guy that I wanted, and he wanted me back. So, yeah, it was a really good feeling. I think we started like hanging out in school and walking around the hallways. So yeah, together by the end of the year, and we went to the senior all-night party together, and I had a blast and he had a blast, and it was just super cool to finally have like that moment where I had a boy with me in school, you know? So yeah, it's so embarrassing. High school wasn't even that far behind, and I am already like a different person. And so like, Sam, really, you know? So yeah, I think August 3rd of 2016, he finally asked me to officially be his girlfriend. And we were sitting around a bonfire, just me and him, and he went into his garage for a second. I was like, okay, whatever. He wrote on a piece of wood with a Sharpie, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And I still have it. It's at my dad's house, and I will never get rid of it. He wanted me to burn it. I said, no way. So yeah, I kept it, and I still have it, and that's when we officially became boyfriend-girlfriend. The rest of the summer was spent together, pretty much, until he went away to college. So at this point, we were doing long distance, which was only 2 hours, but for me, it was thousands of miles away, which, again, me being dramatic, but it is what it is now. He played football, so we would go every weekend to watch him play until he unfortunately got injured, and then once he went back to playing, he got a severe concussion. So he was pretty much bedbound for a few weeks, and it was really bad, which led him to the decision to quit college football and to pay more attention to his health. I am incredibly proud of him for that decision because I can't even imagine how hard of a decision that was. But that's what he did, and he ended up coming home, and now he commutes to Oakland, and I commute to Detroit Mercy. So yeah, he came back, we dated, went through college together, all of this, and then 6 days before March 2nd of 2019, we looked at each other and just decided we wanted to get married. Our plan was to walk into a courthouse, sign the paperwork with our 2 witnesses, and be married. But our moms did not like that plan, and within 5 days, they had an entire little intimate ceremony put together. So yeah, we honestly got married at a super weird location, but it was super, super cute. It's like a hobby house kind of thing for cancer patients, and they go there. I think it's called Gilda's Place or Gilda's Club. I always forget, in downtown Royal Oak. The building is super, super cute, and we pretty much didn't have to pay for anything, but we donated money to cancer. So that was super nice, and it was super awesome that it worked out. I tell people we got married at like a cancer institution, and they just look at me like, what? You did what, where? And yeah, so I just explain it, and I thought it was cute. So yeah, we literally decided to get married within 6 days. Zach and I always knew we were going to get married no matter what. And honestly, he looked at me one day and literally got up from the kitchen table to leave to go ask my dad for permission. And I was shitting my pants, literally myself. But yeah, so he left and he asked my dad for permission. My dad said yes, but he was like, why so fast? And it was a little shebang at the moment, but then it eventually started to smooth out. And I don't think either of us regret the decision at all. No regrets. Okay, yeah, so literally 0 regrets. Zach is the easiest person to get along with, except for sometimes, we are not perfect. And anyway, there's a lot of things we probably could have done differently already at this point, but some say the first year is the hardest, but if that's the case, we have a good long road ahead of us, and I'm just super, super excited. Zach would call me in to sit in the bathroom while he showers, and every time he would probably sit there and be like, I'm ready to marry you. And I'd be like, yeah, okay, like, we're still in college. I planned on waiting until after college, But every time he would ask me to sit, like, I'd just sit on the toilet, and he would be in the shower, and I'd just sit there and we'd talk, and he'd be like, all right, so we're going to be married by this time. We're going to have a house by this time, and then we're going to have our first kid now, second kid then, third kid, fourth kid, and I'm like, whoa. But he was just so ready, and listening to him have this plan and have me in it was everything I needed to hear, Another reason why it was so easy for me to say yes is how he handled me and also all of my family struggles. So, the heat of our relationship was really during the time of my sister really struggling with her addiction. At this time, she was in and out of rehab, in and out of jail, and I had her son at the time, and I pretty much became his main provider or caretaker, I guess. And so, yeah, he never gave me a hard time about choosing Aiden over him because that was what my priorities were at the time, and that's what I had to do, and I would never change it, ever. So, yeah, I just knew that since he didn't run as far as possible away from me, that he was serious, and I knew his intentions were to be with me. So I could not let him get away. And so when he asked me to marry him, really quickly, I had no time to even look back, and nor did I want to. So I don't really know where to go from there. I guess I can talk about our now. So like I said, we are in our first year, and we have gotten through the hardest year. Shout out to us for getting through it. and rocking it, I guess, because it was a piece of cake, which we're eating our wedding cake tonight too, so maybe I'll include a little clip later or something in another vlog. It is thawing out now. Plans as of now. We are currently living with his parents, and that is for many reasons. One is we are both still in school. So right now he is working an internship. So he had to take a semester off, which means he will be graduating in December of this year, and I graduate in May. So we both want to work at least a full year before we decide to move out because we want to pay off our loans. So I'm not really shy about talking about numbers with you guys. So collectively, Zach and I together, we are at about $70,000 of debt from school, which is a large number, but it is not horrible, I guess, compared to other people's debt. So yeah, we already have a financial plan. Like I said, with Zach's internship, we will be able to hopefully pay off one of our debts by the end of this year, if not both of our debts by the end of like the beginning of next year. So we have a financial plan for that, and we are ready to get those out of the way. And then, like I said, so we would be saving our money after we pay our debts by working a full year before we move out. So our plan is to pay a decent chunk for our future home. That way everything else is affected by how much we put down, and we benefit from that. Financially, that is our plan. And like I said, we want to be able to work a full year of our careers before we do any other big like moves. We haven't moved at all. So our next big move will be a year after we work. And then after that, once we are settled, we are financially stable. Of course, that's our plan. Plans never always work out how you want them to. But then that is probably when we will start talking about kids. Zach wants 4 kids. I don't think my body can do that, but I'm down for whatever he's down for. But yeah, so kids won't be happening for a while. Sorry, friends. Sorry, family. I have so many people telling me to have babies already. I'm like, y'all, let me graduate. Let me graduate. Okay. But yeah, so I want to graduate before we even think about having kids. I have plenty of nieces and nephews that I can cure my baby fever with, trust me. Yeah, if you have baby fever, I got some toddlers for you to play with, and they'll help you out. So if you guys have any other questions or any other things you would want me to talk about, marriage, relationship-wise, I would love to. I end every video saying I would love to talk about whatever you guys are interested in. So yeah, leave something down in the comments, whether it just be a comment, say hey. If you watched up to this point, leave a koala emoji. I love koalas. Leave a koala emoji in the comments. I'm watching y'all. All my friends who tell me they watch my videos, I'm gonna get y'all right here. Okay. But yeah, so leave a koala emoji and a suggestion for my next videos. I am currently working on a plan with me for the month of March, and I'm doing it digitally, so I'm super excited for that. I want to talk about some stigmas. I have some important content with that I want to get out, and Zach and I are reevaluating our fitness and our health, so I also have a video for that. So leave any questions, any sort of topics you want me to talk about, and I will be sure to consider them and try to help you guys out. So that is that for this video. My hair is growing on me by the end of this. I think it's cute. I wanted more of like a beachy, messy kind of deal, and I mean, it's not super messy, but it's cute. It's spunky. It's different. Okay, I'm rambling. It's been 21 minutes, so I will shorten it for you guys, but I will see you guys in the next video.